how to do this. It's legal. I put my thumb next to my pointer finger, and then this is how I line up. I don't line up like this. All right, everybody see that? Thumb next to my pointer finger like this. Whenever I chop a guy, I don't take a big swipe at his arm right here. All I do is, as soon as the whistle blows, I rotate my hand in there a little bit, right in between his muscle. His muscle right here, his bicep and his tricep, right there. Give me a handle and take my elbow to my side. Okay? All it does is just bend his arm enough. Okay? If he wants to, he can really resist this right here, me just chopping at his arm. So all I do is slide my hand in a little bit and rotate my elbow to my side, right there. Even some of the strongest guys in the country can't resist that right there. Boom. As I do that, I take the inside of my foot, line up like this, and I get ready to knee him in the butt. Okay? A lot of the problem I see with high school kids, they give them one little knee, and then they think that's it. The whole time I'm trying to chop a guy, I'm on my toes, running with my hips, right here. Running, pushing forward, my knees, my hips, everything. Okay? Like I said, I don't really have a lot of time to go into my full breakdown, but I get my cheater step right here with my hand, I line up my foot, whenever I get ready to chop, I knee, drive with my hips, as I do this, okay? It's not one and the other, it's simultaneous. Right there. See how my knee is up his butt and I'm on my toes? I'm not on my shoelaces, I'm not extended right here, and I didn't follow my hip, okay? Normally a good drill to do, some of you coaches, have your guys take the guy all the way down the mat. Boom. Knee up the butt, he goes back up. Go again, goes back up. Go again. That's usually one of my drills that I do at the UTC Camp. Like I said, we're trying to crunch the time, so I'm going to go right to my first tilt, and we'll walk around and go. Alright, so I do that, keep weight on his hands. Forward pressure right here, get weight on his hands, weight off his hips. Going here, jamming forward. Ideally, I want to bring him down to his stomach and hold him there, right? Turn. That's not realistic every time. Take my hand inside, knee up the butt. Usually he just goes right here. And that's why I'm rotating this arm in, getting this cross wrist, okay? Cross wrist and put this on the opposite side of me. This is the near wrist, this is the cross wrist. I'm going to teach most of the cross wrist stuff today. Actually, all cross wrist stuff. So I got my cross wrist. So the first thing I'm going to do is a 2-on-1 tilt. 2-on-1, I reach in between his elbow and his ribs, and grab like this, okay? I'm not scooping, I saw a couple guys yesterday trying to grab it like this. Palms towards the mat, alright? I'll reach in between his elbow and his ribs, right here, 2-on-1. Alright, the way I like to teach this is the most important part, you got your tilt and your load up. In order to get a good load up, I need to keep them in my hips. I don't want them on my chest, and I don't want them on my face, okay? So, and whenever I go do my load up, we need to land in a T, perpendicular, for those smart kids, right? In a T right here. So in order to do that, I kind of cut a couple steps out, started doing tilts this way. I guess my freshman sophomore year in college. I keep everything tight with this arm. I'm not choking him with it, and I don't run on his chest. Pulling this in. The whole time my arm is flex, pulling this in. Okay? I take my knee, and I try to knee him in the boys. My knee is going to be pointing towards him and not on the mat. Try to knee him in the boys right here. See where my knee is? My foot's not in front like I'm throwing the leg. It's out here. Trying to knee him in the boys. My knee is facing him. It's not facing his head, is it? Maybe this one. Right here. Knee him in the boys. And then my back foot is getting shoelace to shoelace. Right here. Shoelace to shoelace. What position am I in right now? Deep squat. That's right. Are either one of my knees on the mat? No. Okay? I'm showing it like this. I'm showing y'all this way because it makes your load-up position a lot easier to learn and get into. Okay? So I'm right here. I'm keeping everything tight. Ideally, I want to block this arm right here because I'm about to show y'all something in a second. Realistically, that might not happen in a match, but right now while we're drilling, and do it. Throw my knee right in front, knee it in the boys. Now I'm getting shoelace to shoelace. Do my what? Squat. Right? Alright, now, I'm ready to tilt it. See how we're in a T right now? But I don't want to fall straight back. So one thing, add pressure to it and get it to rotate a little bit so I end up in my T. I just flare my elbow. What I mean by that is, I just take degree angle, okay? Flare my elbow, fall. As soon as I fall to my hip, I'm just following my near hip. I'm not rolling all the way through, by the way. As soon as I fall to my near hip, my knee should already be pointing towards the ceiling, and my foot that was shoelace to shoelace kicks to the sky here, and I'm keeping everything tight. See where I'm at? Once I'm here, preferably, the foot that was shoelace to shoelace needs to slide up the leg, because the higher I am, the better. Again, keeping everything tight, and look at my position. My knee is pointing towards the ceiling, and my heel is close to my butt. This should be my load-up position every time. It might be different if I'm doing a tilt on the other side, just because my legs are changed, but I'm still in the same position. So again, from the beginning, I want you to try to jam the guys since you didn't have enough time, jam it every time. Corner, my thumb up together, get ready to knee up the butt. Jamming forward, I got my cross wrist. Use your partner, build back up, and get my 2-on-1. Knee them in the boys, shoelace to shoelace. Okay, I'm in my deep squat. Flare my elbow towards his head. Go my shoulder. Right here. I fell right in another position. I didn't have to change my feet at all. One thing I did was slide from shoelace to shoelace. A little bit higher on the leg, pulling everything in tight. Is it in my lap or is it on my chest? It's in my lap, that's right. Alright? Like I said, we don't have a lot of time, so we're going to walk around. This will be our longest position because we need to learn this load up. Then I'll go right into my other tilts. Alright, ready? 1, 2.